Okay, it looks like we are live. I just want to make sure that the audio is coming in. Okay, uh, it looks like it's lagging a little bit. Okay, it looks like it's lagging a little bit. Okay, I mean, I can hear the noise sound. Looks like it's I want to test one more thing before I jump into the video today. Let's see. Okay, I mean, I can hear the noise.
You know what? I'm about. You know what? I'm about.
Okay, I can hear the. I can hear it. So let me start off with this one. So I did cancel my subscription today the for my ChatGPT. My um, my limit was reset just yesterday at 11 a.m. or so, and I gave it some. I gave Codex, and not even at the highest level. So I gave ChatGPT 5.6 some tasks just at the high, not extra high, not max, not ultra or anything like this, just at the max level. And I ran through that within some hours. I was at like 32% within like 2 or 3 hours, I think. And it barely did any work. Like I had to go back and tell it to fix some of the work. And so um, I ended up canceling my ChatGPT subscription. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with Gemini probably because I'm just gonna use it here and there a little bit, like the descript. I mean the ChatGPT model, um, not the model. Sorry, the Gemini. I'm just gonna use that here and there for chat, and also for coding purposes. And I also did. Yeah, so I mean, they gave a reset. They're kind of backtracking. There's a lot of people are saying, did you nerf the model? What did you do with the usage limit? It's a lot lower. A lot of the people are saying that. So um, they gave us like a reset. I don't believe it. So I'm just gonna
About
say
to
it.
say it. Say it. Say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
This is how I feel. Um, I'm very not happy with the way they're doing this. It should be a more controlled process where they tell us why they're um, lowering. I'm on the $20 plan, so I mean, I'm not expecting. I'm not expecting like, something. I'm not expecting a lot from them, um, but I remember the $20 plan just a month ago or two ago. It wasn't like that, and I was using at the highest level at that time. So they, I'm not happy with what they're doing. So I ended up canceling that subscription. Um, so let's continue. I saved some posts down here. Um, so this is I just tested the Ornith 1.5 35B, and they're saying that it's beating Quen 3.6 35B. Three Both of these have 3 billion active parameters. So pretty much in every category is beating it. Yeah, I mean, models are getting better and better as time progresses, so I'm not surprised by that. Um, I did download the uncensored version. of both of the models. Not both, sorry, the F. So I downloaded the uncensored BF16 model, and there's another lower tier. It's you get a lot better tokens per second. So I get like around 18 to 19 tokens per second with that model. It's the Quen 3.8 27B uncensored version. Just to um, have that locally, so I can use that model. Um, the uncensored version, the BF16 one, I was reading on Twitter that it has 0% refusal rate. So yeah, that's good. Okay, here's the problem I'm facing with Codex weekly tokens last 2 days. Yeah, for me it was like one day pretty much. Um, Tebow is great. Yes, he is great, but like, yeah, you nerf it, and then you give us a reset. It's like, did we get anything at all? Because at the end of the day, it's just like the model should have been there. Like all the it shouldn't have been nerfed. That's the main point. Um, yeah. So I just wanted to like highlight this. Like so many people are saying this on Twitter. Um, this person is saying that there's a codex auto review process, which in the background starts to consume your limit. So I don't know how true that is, but it seems like it might be because the way my usage limit was just like going down. So Quen 3.6 and 3.8, you can see the jump. Wow, yeah, man. Quen 3.8, 27B, they did an amazing job. Um, all right, let's jump into a reaction. I wanted to do a reaction video for this is Bowen. Bowen's video. He just did a test for Gemini 3.7, and since I canceled my ChatGPT subscription, I'm gonna go over to Gemini probably. So I wanted to see like how capable this model is. So let's go
Rowdy
right in.
Rod, Johnny Piper. Okay, 4 days ago, Gemini 3.75. What the heck did I just say? 4 days ago, Gemini 3.
All right, there's an audio issue, I think. Let me see if I can fix that.
3.7 Flash was released. Maybe I had a Freudian slip thinking about 3.5 Pro. I don't know if that's coming out or not. I generally have no pertinent information. But this model, from what I've seen so far, being that it's been a few days since this came out, seems to be getting some pretty rave reviews from folks who I trust in terms of what they say about some models and their performance, which is pretty exciting. Now, additionally to this, beyond just being the new Flash model that supposedly outperforms the previous ones, this also comes with a pretty significant price cut in terms of using it. So, Gemini 3.7 Flash seems to be a pretty big increase in capability over 3.6 Flash, not only just reflected in the deep SWE benchmark here, but basically all the other ones that are included as well. Additionally to this, I have also seen some folks speak pretty highly of this model's performance, which is not something that I saw with 3.6 Flash or
Okay, stop. Let me just open the camera again. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna restart from this, or let me. Yeah, we can just start from here. It's okay. He's just talking about the model and the capabilities, so I'm gonna shut my mic off.
I think 3.5 Flash, so that is good as well to see community sentiment seeming to be fairly positive in its capability. I do have to say, this is a 3-week gap, and I feel that more recently we've been seeing more examples of this, where in a smaller time scale, we're seeing iterative improvements come from a bunch of different labs that are then like smoking the model's predecessors, just like this. a year ago, it was not the case where like every few weeks a new model was dropping to like beat the old one from the same lab. So it does seem like there is a speed up, at least in terms of some releases. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There's been so many this week. Now, additionally to that, they don't really say too much about it right here. It has the traditional like examples, a fully playable 3D game, a fantastic benchmark idea, in my opinion. However, they do also show that this has decreased in price massively. So I believe one of the biggest criticisms from when maybe 3.5 Flash was released was that it was too darn expensive. And now the caveat here is that there is some introductory pricing for this that is good for.
I'm gonna skip a little bit here. He's just talking about the model and its capabilities.
And it'll be $1.50 per million in and $7.50 per million out. So it will double in price then. Keep that. It has text of that. All right, just going to allow it wallpapers. 36. So not super long there, but you know, the context length is pretty decent, at least in terms of that. All right, so here's the browser OS v2.7, which is basically the same traditional browser OS, but it needs to have procedurally generated wallpapers with movement and an email client. All right, we have our implementation plan, and for some of these simpler results, I'm just going to allow it to.
Looks like he's testing this right in the anti-gravity application.
Just continue. We don't really need to look through it too much. The speed here is quite something, as we can see just by how rapidly it's putting out paragraphs of text. So that is something I've also been.
Yeah, so in my testing, yeah, the 3.7 Flash, super fast, and it doesn't mess up too much from what I've noticed in my local testing that I've done. So it's a capable model, and that's the reason why I was like, I'm just gonna slowly shift over to it from ChatGPT. So I might go back to 5.6 full, but for now, I just want to switch, like completely switch over, and I don't want to be dependent on just like one company taking my money and like being dependent on that model for my workflow. So I just want to test it, like see, okay, am I nimble enough to like go to another model, and so I'm not too dependent on that other model. So let's keep going. He's gonna go into the results. I haven't seen this video before, so I'm very interested.
Seeing just in terms of community feedback in this model is that the speed is quite good. It is a Flash model, so it does live up to its name. But also, in that point, it is also like the high speed is just available in this fast mode for a limited time, so keep that in mind as well. There we go. All right, let's take a peek at this browser OS. Nexus Pilot. Okay, we have to enter. I'm going to just make sure the speaker's on. Okay, I'm assuming the pin is probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay, this is quite the synthwave aesthetic, and these models, I've like in previous Flash okay, there is a right click. In previous Flash model results, they've seemingly very much like the neon cyber aesthetic. Okay, we do have the date in the bottom right corner, and we can actually click on that and it opens a notification thing. Interesting. We have sound, master volume, wallpaper speed is adjustable from there. Let's slow that down. I like that better. Wi-Fi, 6E, Bluetooth, theme changed. Oh.
Yeah, wow, yeah, it did a really good job. Um, all of the browser looks really great. Um, looks like any other OS. Like it did a good job with that.
It's got a very feature packed, just like bottom right section. Make of that what you will. Here's our start menu. Okay, we have search. No. Okay. Let's just start out with Grand City 3D. Good. I literally clicked in the viewport and we got 1 star. Oh my goodness. Well, it seems like we'll be able to outrun the police on foot. Oh, you can actually like, all right. I do have the sound on. Good. We now have like 5 stars, but there don't seem to be any police in this game. Oh, cool. Let's E to enter, exit. Oh, okay.
So just for comparison, when he did the Quen 3.8, 27B test, the same Grand City one, um, it was the Quen 3.8 did an amazing job, and that was running locally. I mean, you can run that locally. I'm not sure if he was running it locally, but you can run that locally. And this one, Gemini, I mean, it's very basic. You know, some of the things are working, some of the things aren't working. So you be the judge.
All right, so troubled, but yeah. All right, what's next? Aerostrike 3D. Is this an asteroid game? Yep, of course it is. They always are. Am I supposed to like blow this planet up? Okay, I don't think these games are like 100% there. They're like 80% there. Omni Mail, okay. New sports card drop in District 4. Oh, we're getting like spam mail from our games, which is a real thing now. Tactical alert. Greetings, sound designer. Starred, send trash. Oh, okay, so we only have our inbox, compose, send message. Good, and it tells us, hey, you didn't like, enter a message. Right? Quantum synth. I've seen one. It looks so similar. This is not. There's no prior art on the system for this to go off. But this looks pretty similar to something I've seen before. All right. And this thing actually like gets bigger or smaller. Chrono City Matrix Time Machine. Okay, I don't know why that would be shoved in the quantum synth. Well, maybe because it's like I don't know. Square. Which is just interactive. Oh, look at all these notifications. Can we actually clear them? Yeah, we can. Okay.
Yeah, so far it's pretty impressive. And from what I saw, these are pretty much one big prompts that he gives them, these models. And in this case, Gemini 3.7 Flash did a good job, and it's a very fast model. And I really like that because um, sometimes it's like chat. So yeah, it's a great model. It takes a long time. So having Flash as an option, it's fast. It's quick. So having that option is very important.
The amount of interactive things down here was nice to see. It's not often we see those. Then the fact that it had a pin to log in, which it told us. So not very good OPSEC, but kind of some interesting features that are not as often seen. And the synth thing was cool with the UI. All right, we are going to do the skate game, but to be honest with you, I really want to try the new 3D wrestling game prompt with this first. This was one that was introduced in the GLM 5.3 video, so yesterday's video, and it seems fun. I noticed some folks seemed to also share the same level of enthusiasm for this as I do, so I was happy about that. And it can definitely be funny, if not good. I mean, because it's an 80s theme, this model seems to love that stuff, so I am expecting something pretty good for this. All right, I actually want to see Slam Mania 85. Interesting, because GLM 5.3 named it like Mega Slam 86. So 3D high-end indie wrestling game. Oh, wow, look at this. Rowdy Rod, Johnny Piper. Okay. Irish Whip and Rope Rebound Launcher. I think I know who's going to use that one. All right, this is a pretty decent implementation plan just after a quick scroll through. So I'll be excited to see what we get. Quite excited. I honestly think this took like less than 5 minutes. So, I mean, we still haven't seen it yet, so that may be like, oh, yeah. Okay. I just gonna go out on a limb here and say I do see some issues maybe with the movement of the ring.
So the ring, the platform is moving from the bottom of the ring.
Quick three-way match. Enter the ring. It's just
3WAY Championship match. Begin.
Why is it
1, 2, PINFALL attempt. 1, 2, PINFALL attempt. 1, 2, PINFALL attempt.
It's
1, 2,
talking nonsense pretty much.
PINFALL attempt. 1, 2, PINFALL attempt. 1,
Okay.
2, PINFALL attempt. 1, 2, PINFALL
Oh,
attempt.
CRT on or
1,
off?
2, PINFALL attempt.
Shut
1.
up. Okay, so. Uh-oh. We noticed this with GLM, where the sidewaysness. Okay, this is just not. I need. All right. I think we found a new prompt that just like totally. Oh, there's the referee right there in some. Okay. All right. So I've given it some.
All right, so he did give it another prompt to fix that the issues that we are seeing, sideways players and everything.
Feedback and we'll see what we get. All right, apparently the updated game is live. So let's go back there real quick and refresh it before having the speaker on infuriates me again. Okay, good. The mat isn't moving. Let's just... Hey, not bad. It seems to have... All right. Oh, super slam. I'm just... So I think we're this one... Okay, yeah, we are. All right. It's... Oh, that's a lawsuit against the crowd. Can I pick this chair up? Oh, look! Did you see the rebound in the? Actually, see some will. So now, all-time result for the specific prompt. How does this look? All right, that was a very quick fix. Now, I didn't get to explain to it that also like the ollie logic didn't work. Okay, it seems to have fixed that. Just, oh, nope. Okay, it's still messed up. It did put like a skyline in it now, and it added some like heads-up display.
I love the
things,
little
but
legs.
It's not
going.
quite. For some reason, they always work intermittently. Okay, cool. We do have. All right, so this is going to be almost somewhat of like a multimodal improvement test where I've given it screenshots from the greatest of all time result for the specific prompt, which was Quen 3.8 Max, a 2.4 trillion parameter open weight model. And I'm saying basically the ollie works like half the time. The rider model's bad. It's bad. Make it better and then make it look like these. So we'll see how it does. All right, again, extremely fast. And this is the last time that I will take a peek at this, just because normally we don't give them multiple times. But all right, it definitely made it look more like the Quen result. It's still just like the ollie is fixed, but now I noticed that none of the tricks are working, or it either like remapped the keys to properly reflect that of the Quen game. Yeah, overall, I'm not blown away, but it did interestingly very much change the visuals, and these are pretty low res images, so it focused more on like the overall scene and maybe not like the niche detail like the sidewalk textures, the trash bags there, the rider. So just interesting. All right, next up I'm giving it the 3D CAD model creation test. I've seen enough here that it is worth actually looking.
So I'm going to skip around a little bit here, but it seems like Gemini 3.7 overall, I mean, it does a pretty good job.
Like RB26 DETT or something. This didn't. Okay, we have the block cradle, and unfortunately, this is not printable without supports because of this, but it unfortunately did not satisfy for detailed. All right, I'm going to opt to use one. I'm going to try to just give it like boxes. Like we're just now onto our system on was designing a bunch of showing the actual like real the entirety of this. What we do to try to type this. All right, I plugged in a new one, so it's booting like the traditional Android Flash. Good. All right, this is a little more difficult than I'm used to, but something's not 100% right with the keyboard, like key reading speed. Difficult this task was, so
I'm not even sure what this was. Took a full like 10 minutes almost. I'm not sure. He's having some technical difficulties, I guess, but the result here is just like a snake game, I guess.
Let's do 100% right with the keyboard, like
Let's skip this.
fascinating.
I
Nice.
know he does
We
like the
have a good
watches and
little render.
everything.
DOS
What is
PC.
this?
A fully wiped high-performance TV box engineered into a dedicated open-source free DOS 1.3 computing appliance. Instant cold boot, zero bloat, direct 60 FPS HDMI VGA frame buffer rendering, and USB keyboard native input. I can verify these do work. Launch live emulator. Oh, nice. And that is kind of what it looks like, except, oh, this actually, I think, put this in the browser. It says T95 HDMI frame. Big question, because I did a boot image layout device. Next up, we're going to... Okay, good. Now it does.
I'm more interested in this.
Okay.
So let's see what happens here.
We have a clean but basic station.
Oh, what?
It's, for some reason, snowing indoors. Those are just like particles, but still, no escape, sector 4 quarantine. Those are security cameras there. Overall, it's, oh, hey, there is a subway. It's just kind of like creepily lit, I guess. Now, something I'm wondering is, okay, good. Oh, wow, good. I like seeing that. Why is the sound not working? The speaker's on. It's just...
So you can shoot. Nice.
Reloading. All right. This is simple. Okay, there are bullet holes in the subway car, which I like.
Oh, he did a good job. I mean,
we do have a good,
if you saw his video on Quen 3.8
Can we change weapons?
it did a really good job. That model did.
The weapon's definitely cyber suppressed pistol. Pew, pew, pew. I would just imagine that's probably what the sounds are. The ability to change weapons is something that oddly I don't know that I've ever seen. All right, overall that's actually kind of cool. The effects are accurately representative of the specific selected weapon in terms of the holes that get put in the environment. These do watch have it. It's definitely, I will say, this is an increase in capability over the previous Gemini models that I've seen. We have our watch face. It even has additional dials here, 30 minutes, 60 seconds. We can really zoom in on this. Okay, Slepis Watch Co. So that is supposed to be placed flat here. Second hand is moving. There are straps. There is a crown. There's even some oddly positioned additional buttons there. Hey, corresponding with the extra dials. So that's some interesting attention to detail. The table has those luxurious squiggles that we're all used to. And then additionally, I see some interesting things here, like we can actually change the color. This is almost like an interactive, I like that, Arctic Mirror Steel. DLC. I will say this is the model is not the best one I've seen, but the amount of features it's included here is like even preset.
Yeah, I agree. The past videos that I've seen of the same test, this one is a lot better. I mean, visually, it's okay, but it's got so many different things going on. So this model did a good job.
That's for like different things.
Do you guys, if so, the Flash 3.7, is that the best model right now currently by Google? Or is it like a pro model? I'm not sure.
It's very, very feature packed. And that I've not really seen before to that degree. Sub-micron precision. Oh, no. Okay, this though, like, this just kills it. Seen before, like the exploded view and the customization in the hero section, but then at the same time, the model speed as well.
That was the last one.
Job at it. So I know cheaper models in price, but quality wise, I would say it's definitely at this price point something to cause problems for maybe some other providers, especially, I don't know.
And that's the reason why I just want to, again, reiterate, like, I'm switching from ChatGPT Codex to this. Price wise, it's good. And also, it overall, I mean, all the results you saw in the tests, like it does a good job. So for my needs, I don't need to be like nerfed by OpenAI whenever they just feel like it. They just, and then they give you a little reset just to calm you down. Like, no, I'm done with that. I was a loyal customer with them. They just keep cutting those plans down and down and down. And yeah, they give us a reset, but it's like you cut the model down. All these plans, all the usages, you've cut it down so much. Um, so I'm gonna go to where the value is, and I feel like Gemini is where that's at. So
Because Sonnet 5, the test was a while ago, but I think this model definitely has a place. And we have to remember, this is the Flash model. Now, because there hasn't been a Pro model update for quite a while, I do think that folks are likely going to be looking to these newer Flash models and assuming like, okay, well, this is their absolute state-of-the-art top-tier model right now because there is.
so someone just commented, deep. Should I wait for the RTX Spark laptop? So that was my thinking too. I was thinking, should I wait? Should I not wait? I ended up going with the DGX Spark because I feel like it's the same chip that's going to be in the laptop, especially for if you're using it locally, testing models. You're doing agentic work. I feel like it might have some heating issues. That it's not proven. Like it's not proven or anything. This is just my head. I don't know. I might be wrong. It's not even out yet. I think so. It's probably like October is when it's going to be out. So um, I just wanted to. It's the same chip. One's built to be sitting on your desk. One's built to be kind of, you can take it around. So I would do your research on that. It's still the GB10, I think, Blackwell chip that's on there. So um, it's it's probably gonna have like the same. It's not gonna be like better than DGX Spark. Um, so that was my thinking. I ended up going with the DGX Spark in that case.
No updated Pro, and I think that's a fair assessment to make. So I understand why some folks are looking a bit negatively at some of the recent coding performance because there is no frontier competitor right now from Google, but there are some mid-tier competitors in Gemini 3.7 Flash. So that is probably going to conclude today's video. If you have any questions that are not at all related to anything sound related in this.
So yeah, I kind of gave you my reason of switching. I think we'll see maybe a week or two down the line. I go back to OpenAI or ChatGPT. So I did like that they have unlimited chats. So um, but the way that they're kind of nerfing the model, they're cutting the usage as they feel like it's just not right. So they gave us a usage reset, so I'm gonna probably use that. But um, it's just I don't want to be stuck with one company and they kind of own me. So I don't. I want to be kind of nimble enough to move around and see where the best value is. Um, but yeah, I hope the RTX Spark question I hope answered that. It's it's depending on your needs. If you want a laptop where you can take it anywhere and still have the capability of running, you know, one of the larger models like 27B model, 3.8, Coin 3.8, 27B. That's a dense model, and you can run that. And I run that on my DGX Spark. It's slow. Like I get um, about 3 tokens per second on the DGX Spark. So if you're running that on the RTX laptop, just like keep that in mind, like um, the heating. And when I run the 3.8 on my DGX Spark, the it gets very hot. And in my last video, somebody was saying that they had heating issues or something in their DGX Spark. So I would keep that in mind. If you have a laptop which is thinner, which might not be able to dispense heat properly, I would keep that in mind if you're buying, and it's not going to be a cheap machine. It's probably going to be like $5,000 or even more. We don't know yet. So, or I don't know yet. Maybe it is, the pricing is out. If it is out, let me know. Um, so I would keep that in mind if you were going to invest that much money into something. And with the DGX Spark, another thing is, if I want to add another DGX Spark to this setup and make it into, so I can run larger models locally, I can do that. I'm not sure if an RTX like a laptop, if you can do that. If this is your like if this is what you want to do in the future, you want to keep that in mind, that you can connect the two, three, four, six DGX Sparks together to run bigger local models. But I'm not sure about RTX Spark, if that's possible or not. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'm gonna take off. I feel like my decision to jump over to Gemini, I feel better after watching this. Um, so subscribe to my channel, and let's keep this train going. Get me over the 100 subscriber mark, and yeah, I'm really excited. We're building a small community, so I'm really excited. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.